Welcome back to the Gun Collective. My name is Jon Patton. Boys and girls, we're doing something a little bit different today. This is a little bit of the proving ground and a little bit of some product testing. Behind me, I have one of the most robust rifle rests that I've ever seen outside of, a gun factory. This is the Ransomrest. It's Ransom International Master Series Mega 2 Rest. It's a long name for what is essentially a simple idea but a complex execution on it. This is awesome. The idea here for us is to sort of remove the human element. By strapping the rifle into this, it's got a remote trigger, it's got recoil rails. I mean, you can see this rifle, this 6.5 Creedmoor build, is just strapped in to all hell, and the idea here is to completely remove the mistakes that a human being could make and put down repeatable groups and test the ability of the rifle less than testing the ability of the human being. We're testing the items. So this potentially is a new era for how we test things. I've got Ben out here. He's got his 6.5 Creedmoor build in the background. We've got my 6.5 Creedmoor strapped in, ready to rock. And what we're gonna do is just kind of walk through things, explain things to you guys as we go, and see if this is going to be the answer to our questions. Let's get to it.
NeoMag offers a slick solution to discreetly carrying a spare magazine securely in your pocket. Available in small, medium, and large to hold anything from 380 to 10 mil. Also now available are the extended clip versions, which allow you to carry deeper in your pocket or carry your spare mag with an extension. Utilizing strong neodymium magnets, a steel backer, and titanium clips, these things are built to last. To get 10% off your entire order over at theneomag.com, use the code TGC10.
So the last time we brought this out, I didn't do a good job explaining what's going on with this rifle. We'll start with the receivers. This is a Sharps Brothers, I forget which version, but it's a Sharps Brothers 308 sort of AR-10 receiver set. It's got a ballistic advantage, 24-inch barrel, 0 delta muzzle brake, Lancer handguard. This is an Atlas bipod. There's an adjustable gas block on there. It is set up direct impingement. Got the Magpul PRS buttstock out back. It has a Geisley high-speed national match trigger. It's got an ergo grip with the palm swells because I really like that. And then up top, we've got a 0 delta mount with a Nice Force SHV optic in it. This should be a very, very nice performing rifle. It's built well. It's got a lot of nice trinkets. Let's put it to the test and see what's going on. So as far as protocol goes, I guess we're going to figure that out as we go here. I know it's taken a bit to get to the shooting here, but the idea is to have repeatable results. So we've got a couple magazines. These are Lancer mags. Ben actually works for them, so we're using their stuff, and it is good mags. I really like them. The idea here is to reduce the amount that we have to move the rest, because every time that we do significant movement, we're afraid that we have to shoot another group to get the rifle settled in the rest. However, today, so far, we shot one group that sort of settled it, then we shot a 3-shot and a 5-shot that seemed to have pretty good results, right?
Yeah. After those first 2 settling shots, it went, what, 0.6?
Yeah, 0.6.
3 shots for 0.6.
And we had a 5-shot group that was a 0.9, but removing one, it was a 0.6. Yeah. So we're basically trying to eliminate moving this as much as we can. We've got it on Birchwood KC target, and we're going to put 5 groups down, and then we're going to check the results of those groups and see kind of what we need to do, how we need to adjust our protocol, and you guys are going to come along for the ride. So here we go. Let's load up. And for the record, guys, we're using Hornady ELD match. These are 140 grain. You want to hand me a mag? All right, so here we go. So check this out. This is a remote trigger. This cable goes all the way up there. I can fire the gun from back here. You good?
Yep.
In 3, 2, 1. All right, then I reset. There's a thing in the rear here to push forward to make sure it's all the way at the forward end of its travel and that the shots are repeatable. Are you good? All right, 3, 2, 1. No? Let's keep going and see if it settles.
See if it settles.
3, 2, 1. All right, so while I'm loading up, I'll explain what we kind of came to and what we're gonna run through with this grouping series. So we decided that it's probably best to shoot 7-shot groups, with the first 2 being throwaways. The idea is that as we make adjustments in this, the first 2 rounds will make everything settle here, and we should be able to have repeatable groups. That's something that we are aware of. The company that makes this is aware of. It's just something that we're going to have to do because things move around. There's a lot of pieces here, a lot of straps and all that sort of thing. So here we go. First 7-shot group. This will be in the top left corner of the target. Thanks, Ben. Spotter up.
Spotter up.
In 3, 2, 1.
Alright, we're gonna shoot our next 7. We took the ratchet straps off the bench. We're gonna see if that was imparting any movement on that.
Yeah, our last group was kind of a little bit wonky. We had some good, consistent groups prior to shifting, so we're trying to kind of chase the rabbit a little bit and figure out what's going on. We also had a possible theory. We've kind of got this at a slight angle towards the 100-yard target, and we were worried that maybe strapping it down was kind of like torquing things as it was firing. Unknown, but we are going to shoot another 7-shot group and find out. It's not great. Okay, so we had been chasing some anomalies. We've been trying to figure this out. We actually called Ransom and spoke to, I believe he's the CEO, owner, Michael. And Michael's an awesome guy, and he's actually the guy that set us up with this. And he said that these clamps up here need to be tight. They were actually loose because we thought that was part of having it move back and forth. So we tightened everything down, got everything re-strapped down. He said we should not need any settling shots. We shouldn't need to do that once everything's locked in. How many rounds are in that mag?
5.
5 rounds. Let's get to it. One of the other interesting things that Michael told us was that no matter what, on some rifles, that first round you put in the gun will group differently than the rounds when you are shooting. So manually putting a round in the chamber, it will seat in the chamber differently than when the gun is cycling itself. So we're maybe going to see that, unknown, but here we go.
Those last 4 went in a group about like that.
Really? So what, it like...
Quarter was high, and then the last 4 went like this.
So exactly what he said was going to happen, happened. That is very interesting. I did not know that.
The last 4 is like 3/4, maybe an inch.
Okay, so we'll get some measurements on these groups. Let's try another one. These first 2 we're touching. Like, literally, like, same hole.
Mm-hmm. So it's a 3/4 to a minute gun.
With that ammo. With that ammo. So what we're going to do now is put in some of Ben's hand loads. It's actually the same projectile, the 140 grain ELDM from Hornady, and Ben hand loaded these. What was the charge weight?
41 grains of 4350.
41 grains of 4350 powder, and we're going to see if we notice a difference here. We are seeing that the gun is getting between 3/4 and a minute with the factory ammo, it seems. So we're going to see if we can maybe tighten that up with the hand load. What is the factory speed rating? So this is 2710. Do you know what these are rolling?
2775.
So just a touch, like
2780.
Okay. So a little bit faster. I'll do this one if you don't mind.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is Cellar and Bellet. I believe it's a... What is this? So this is an FMJ. It's 140 grain. See how that does? Ready?
Yep.
And that is it.
You got one high where it's settled. Next 3 are in the same hole, and you got one that's off to the right about.
So that actually wasn't a bad group.
1/8 inch. Now go ahead, look at it.
Okay. I'll look at it, and if you want to load up another mag, if you think it's worth it. So this gun is getting hot. We have a feeling that it's opening up the groups a good bit while it's hot. And right now we've got 5 rounds of Hornady American Gunner ammunition. It's a 140 grain Botel hollow point. I wish we had something besides a 140, but that's what we've got. Ben, are you ready?
Yep.
So what we're finding is this rifle in this setup is about 1 inch. Let's move on to yours and try and knock out some data.
All right, so we got John's gun out of this sled. We got my Lancer LTR and 6.5 Creedmoor in the sled. We're gonna see what we do with this.
So unfortunately our day is getting cut short. The rain is coming in here. It's not quite here yet, but
like bad rain, it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like it's getting pretty rowdy. So rather than have that rest get rusty, we put it in the car, and we're gonna call it a day and kind of gather our thoughts here. What do you think about the rest thus far?
I think it works great. The only thing we got to do is we got to figure out how to get it to bolt down to the bench.
Yeah, we need to find a better solution than ratchet straps. Those worked for today, but I think we can get something that's a little bit more rigid. When we were talking to Michael, he had a suggestion, something they have that might work for us. I'm hopeful. I'm not 100% on what's going on yet, but I'm very hopeful that this could be the kind of answer to removing the human element, because we have caught a bunch of crap over some of the videos, particularly the M1A and some of the other videos even, about how what we shoot and what we're capable of shooting and that sort of thing. So I think the answer is we're not quite there yet, but we are on a journey and we're going to find out. The rest so far, pretty cool. I'm pretty excited about it. Well, I guess that's kind of it, man.
I just can't wait to get it all straightened out to shoot this at like 500, 600.
Yeah, that's really going to be exciting to see if we can bring more consistency to the groups and remove the human element. Yeah. You know, still kind of a question mark. We're on the journey. I'm leaning favorably towards the abilities of that rest for us, but time will tell. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Leave a like down below, leave a comment. Check out our sponsor, and as always, thank you all for watching. We'll see you soon.